we can't pretend like this story isn't sexist. We can't.
I feel so confused after watching this, honestly.
What I like about it and what I'm excited to discuss is that it's one of those things that really highlights how intellectual engagement with art can happen successfully, which is like more than one thing can and is often true, which is like something can be problematic and illuminative, something can be progressive and extremely reductive, something can be all of these things. And this is a prime example of a book and film that are all of the above.
You have to look at things in context. It's very important.
The context of Ken Casey brings a lot to the table of the fact that like we can't pretend like this story isn't sexist. We can't.
Oh my God, there are things that are way worse in the book. If you've read the book, the descriptions in the book were just so hard to read from like a 2025 female perspective. I understand the importance of like diving into literature and like understanding it in the context of the time, and all of that is very important. I feel so confused after watching this, honestly. Like I can tell by my feelings that this is a incredible movie, like a really great art piece.
It won the Big Five. It's considered one of the greatest films of all time.
And I agree. Like, I agree with that for a lot of reasons. I think the performances are unbelievable. The writing's really good. The direction's amazing. The sound design is scary and I like it. Everything about this is perfect, and yet I hated it. I hated the experience. I hate Jack Nicholson's characters almost always and forever.
Jack Nicholson plays someone we like, challenge.
Yeah, dead ass.
You just can't talk about this movie without mentioning gender. Like, I don't understand how you could possibly view it without coming away from it with thoughts about gender, because it's essentially positing that like men's natural state is to fight and fuck and rage and gamble, and prim, frigid women in charge are the ones that are castrating them from their virility and reducing them to like vegetables. And the only women in the film, in the story, are the nurses. And again, she's in charge. She's not the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
She's a nurse, which I think is interesting. But you got her, and then it's the Madonna whore kind of thing. You got her who is just like anti-sex and wants to strip all earthiness from these people. And like in the book, like I said, we were going to talk about it later. We might as well talk about it now. In the book, at the end, he rips her dress open.
Yeah, he like tries
in an effort to
her.
be like, you're a huge. Yeah, he basically does. And the book kind of tries to be like, he was trying to show that she's stripped herself of her femininity, and that's what's ruining her. And also like, you're a human and you're making yourself into this robot. But he still sexually assaults her. Yeah. And that context is there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Milos Forman took that out and made it just that he attacks her and tries to strangle her, because that does make it more that he's raging against a symbol like of authority rather than a woman, a human woman. Yeah. And then on the other end, you got the two sex workers who are, basically objects.
They're just thrown to them like pieces of chicken.
Yep.
And I don't like that.
Yep. Like pieces of chicken to a pond full of snapping turtles. Yep. And so you just like can't ignore that. Like that's in there. And at the same time, I think that this movie is incredibly well acted by a bunch of career character actors who know what they're doing. I think that its criticism of the institutionalized mental health care system at the time is a good thing.
Yes.
And I think it's nice to see a complex and ugly story being told. Like, I respect this movie too. And I respect the book. I don't enjoy it. So I guess we came to the same conclusion.
We did. Yeah, I totally agree. The whole time I was like, oh, it's so good. Ew, oh my God.
Ew, it's good. Ew.